ever actually get the Alva Temple down. I feel like I'm just so noob that I can't. Oh, I got the Locus of Corruption without even trying. Easy 1x. I was just about to say, am I ever gonna get it? And oh. How do I seal it? How do you seal it back again? Dude, are you serious? Oh my. Oh. Okay, this. Well, you don't need to come into this one. Well, I'm gonna corrupt my Mageblood, I guess. Please do. Will someone give me a Mageblood if it breaks? It was meant to be. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? I mean... Sure. Oh, looks like I can't do it, right? It's not possible. I tried to do it and it didn't let me. Rip. Right, you can play Frostblades, you can play so many different things. Mageblood archetype, yeah. A lot of different archetypes you can do. But I think Mageblood definitely allows a lot more build diversity than normal. Squire drop? Well, I mean, the maps had a lot of quant. Sooner or later, I'm telling you, Magic Find works, right? Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, yesterday, I double corrupted my Mageblood on mistake because I opened a double corruption temple, and everyone knows if you open a Locus of Corruption on accident, you have to double corrupt your most expensive item. It is one of the unwritten rules and laws in PoE, and if you don't do that, you're going to have bad luck the rest of the league, right? So basically, I did that, and guess what? I found a Squire. Like, they do say Magic Find pays off. Well, in reality, Magic Find did nothing here because I actually got it from a unique reward from the Delirium ending, so I don't really know. But basically, it's over here. It's my prized possession, my most expensive item, the Squire. And here's the Mageblood that's been double corrupted, right? And it got nothing. I guess it's better than it going poof. So if it went poof, I probably would have quit the league, right? But luckily, it did not go poof. We upheld the tradition of double corrupting our most expensive item when we open up a Locus of Corruption on accident. So make sure to do that in the future. But for today's video, we're going to go over the most popular Mageblood and most popular Squire builds because these items are extremely expensive. So why actually double corrupt the Mageblood? Well, I was kind of feeling a little bit lucky. Been doing a lot of maps, been finding a lot of patience, so I felt pretty good, right? And then I accidentally opened the Alva Temple of Locus of Corruption. And the main reason why I wanted to do it, all jokes aside, is I was trying to get quantity on Mageblood for double corrupt. And you can see here, quantity is 3 to 5%, 0.216% chance. So you might be wondering, is it actually possible to get quantity? So let's go see if there's a quantity Mageblood that exists and how to search for this, right? So we go here, quantity implicit, right? So make sure to always type in shift tilde. What shift tilde does is it acts as a keyword. So it looks for any search strings that has that keyword quantity in it. So none exists, right? But what about offline? None exist. What about in standard? 2 exists, right? So not really something that's probably gonna exist, right? But basically, extremely hard to get. So what are the common Mageblood builds, you might be wondering? Well, Cast on Crit completely dominates Mageblood builds at the moment. Now, the reason why Cast on Crit doesn't really use Headhunter that much is because it actually messes up the proc rate. And if you mess up the proc rate on Cast on Crit, you can sometimes be doing half your damage because you're going to be triggering half the amount of spells. And that's from the additional attack speed. So a little bit of an extra attack speed is not always good for cast on crit builds. So most popular cast on crit builds currently are Forbidden Rite and Ice Spear. And I think Forbidden Rite is super popular because it's actually extremely tanky. It's actually pretty crazy that Forbidden Rite is more popular than cast on crit Ice Spear at the moment. There's also a lot of Tornado Shot and Lightning Strike builds that utilize Mageblood to fix their defensive issues, and it just makes a better character overall. So let's go see as some of the characters, right? So some of the characters with the Mageblood on. So in order to find what builds uses it, you type in Mageblood. And you can see here, Lightning Strike, it's actually paired with a lot of 12-link claws, like this person actually has a character named Mageblood, which I assume is supposed to be Mageblood. So this guy is using a 12-link claw, so Mageblood fixes a lot of the defensive issues a 12-link user might have because the Squire is a terrible shield in terms of defenses, right? There's another person with a 12-link claw. So Mageblood is very good for fixing your defenses on a build that has none. So this is Lightning Strike with low life. And yeah, so basically Mageblood extremely good at rounding out the weaknesses of a build. And it's really a build your own adventure type of item, right? You can have reduced mana cost of skills, you can have cast speed or attack speed, you can have more crit chance, you can have a lot of move speed, and you can have a lot of resist. That's why a lot of people actually find Mageblood kind of boring because of the fact that it's a one item fits all build. So you can pretty much plug in Mageblood or Headhunter on every single build in the game, and it's probably going to be the best item for them. And another build that really benefits from Mageblood is Aura Stacker Spark. And this is another build that Mageblood acts as a perfect band-aid solution, right? So you can see here Spark, and there's a lot of champions, a lot of Ascendants that use it. So the reason why Spark needs it so badly is purely because you don't have that much resist, and it helps you figure out your resist. It helps you figure out your Chaos res if you're low life, and it gives you a lot of movement speed and cast speed. But most importantly, for a lot of these builds, it reduces the mana cost of your skill to 0 almost. So if you see here, my Winter Orb only costs 2 mana. So by doing that, it makes it so that you can reserve all of your mana and not have to worry about mana for casting. It makes it so you don't have to run Clarity anymore, and it's actually a huge deal for making the build feel a lot better, right? And Aura Stackers have a huge crit problem. So being able to get an increased effect on a Diamond Flask is effectively like 200% crit chance for free. And another build, not my personal favorite, is obviously Summon Skeletons. And Summon Skeletons do see a lot of play with Mageblood, surprisingly. I'm not really sure why. I feel like, isn't Summon Skeletons supposed to be like a relatively budget build, but I guess a lot of people like to min-max the build. And yeah, there's a good chunk of players playing Summon Skeletons with a Mageblood. I do think one of the main reasons, however, is the fact that Summon Skeletons is a build that doesn't really benefit as much from Headhunter, right? So next up, we have the Squire, the lovely item that I found. And this is a pretty niche item. And it's pretty much primarily dominated by Arachnemesis Fang. So you can see here what Arachnemesis Fang is because you have Squire selected. You see that 80% of the people with Squire pair it with Arachnemesis Fang, which is kind of unfortunate because Arachnemesis Fang is pretty much a Simulacrum only build. And it's okay for map clear, right? But then the other 20% are all using 11 link skills like Blade Vortex, Lightning Strike, and Kinetic Blast. So let's go see what it actually looks like, right? Because a lot of people might be wondering, what is the most mirror items in the league outside of Path of Map's bow? And the answer is these 11 link weapons. So let's go see. So there's actually a few people using Squire. So there's the cold version with the wand. So the cold version with the wand, 130 mil DPS. Absolutely nuts, right? And there's the fire version also with the wand. I actually think there's a Fire Scepter out there somewhere, but I'm not sure if anyone's mirrored it. But basically, there's the Fire version, and then there's the Cold version for Blade Vortex, both with the Wand and the Squire. And now you have Lightning Strike, and this is, of course, the 12-link Claw. Wow, someone actually has 527 million DPS. Let me know down in the comments below if you want me to do a video looking at why this guy's damage is so high. It's actually pretty nuts, right? And then lastly, we have the Power Siphon and Kinetic Blast people. So this is Power Siphon. And then there's a Kinetic Blast player. So let's go see what the actual highest Kinetic Blast damage is. Kinetic Blast is someone with 11 million DPS, right? That's pretty crazy, especially on PoB. So Squire exclusively used for 11 link weapons and Arachnemesis Fang. So what can we conclude after seeing all of these builds? Number one conclusion is if you don't want to corrupt your item, make sure that you take the Temple Chronicle and sell it. It actually does make up a large portion of your profit. So something you could do is make sure every time you do the Alva Temple, you go look at which room is being offered. So you can see here, I am nowhere close to it. I don't have a gem room or a corruption room, so this Alva Temple is a disaster, right? Headhunter is actually twice as popular as Mageblood on PoE Ninja. If we go look at it here, Headhunter, let's see, Headhunter is a 21% item. Mageblood is a 12% item, right? So why might that be? Mageblood has to run multiple Inspire learnings to really be able to stand up to Headhunter in mapping because of the base juice of the maps, right? So if you go look at my current build right now, I have 1 Inspire, 2 Inspired, and I think like 3 Inspired is pretty much equal to a Headhunter. So you could have the best of both worlds. You could have a Headhunter and a Mageblood pretty much, but there is a huge opportunity cost to taking all of those points in order to get the Inspire Learning effect. And also, I've been playing with my girlfriend recently, and quantity and party play is crazy, right? So a lot of people don't really know how broken party play is. So every single person you have in your party, it gives you 50% quant. And that 50% quant also gets multiplied by your quantity on your character, right? So I have 65% with Divination Distillate and my base quantity, right? So that actually gets multiplied by the group quant bonus, and that's why party play is so busted. I actually had a couple maps yesterday in Promenade where I dropped 8 patients, which is just crazy, right? And I never really dropped anywhere even close to 4 or 5 while solo. But thanks for watching, everyone. And if you're gonna quit the league, make sure to double corrupt your Mage Blood and let me know what you get. And let me know down in the comments below what money making methods you would like to see me do, because I'm trying to find different money making methods to try out. But thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you find more Mirrors, Exalts, and Mage Bloods and Squires than me. And see you next time. Bye.